Alright guys, welcome to my round 2 game of this month's REV GP. I'm running 4 color Consonance as always against my opponent who actually let me check their deck list. So I'm gonna draw, cool. And this is a pretty good, actually yeah, this is a pretty good hand because we developed Cityscape randomly becomes 2 lands. Okay, so anyways, I keep this and then, so what are they on? Oh god damn it, they're on some sort of shrine control deck. Oh, okay, I mean, that's not a problem specifically, but I don't like playing against control decks. Just putting it out there. I mean, like, my deck can go toe to toe with control decks, but I prefer not to because a control deck usually has more ways to just grind out the game. Especially if they're a counterspell heavy control deck, then they just counter all my big things. So then we go into a top deck war, except they have a few cards and I'm top decking, and then they just counter all my big top decks. Anyways, so turn 1 tap land for my opponent, but so will that. But I also do a turn 1 tap land. So what do I exile with redeveloped? I can exile Star-Setted. Is that ever correct? I'm not sure. I mean, I can pitch a Armanta Visionary, but the thing is, Armanta Visionary might actually be good just because it gets me extra cards. So like, I don't go down in cards to use this thing. Whereas Star-Setted kind of just does it, like it loses value later on. You know what? I think I managed to convince myself. Like, so I just need to find a land in the top 2, and then I can cast Elnratan on curve. Yeah, I think I managed to convince myself to exile one of the Star-Studded, which could be incorrect, but whatever. And yeah, I'll grab the planes while I have the chance. So land top deck would be useful for next turn. Okay, another forest, which doesn't help me with my mana, but I can't complain too much because that means I do get to play Armanta Visionary. So like, and that probably finds me my next land. And they play tap land on 3. Are they going to kill Star-Setted? No, okay, I get to connect with Star-Setted. That's extremely good for me because that's actually a lot of Armanta Visionaries. Unfortunately, I also can't cassette on curve because I don't have the right mana colors. So all I can do here is play Armanta Visionary and see what I flip. But there is a decent chance I flip a land to color fix me, or just a Planeswalker to play on 5. So yeah, I'll play Armanta Visionary first. Not that it really matters, but maybe I put tap land that could yeah, I'll grab the Black Source because our combination is coming down eventually. Although do I even have it? Is there even a target for this thing in my opponent's deck? I don't think there is. Well, okay, they have token makers. I guess that'll function as a target. And also, like, maybe grabbing planes is better here because double white is more important for me. Yeah, I guess I just try to get all my colors. I think that's probably more important. So I don't actually have Cadet lined up next turn, or I do if Armata Visionary survives. Let's see, what board wipes do they have? They have a bunch of shrines. They have a bunch of 1-up shrines, and I don't want to read out them because they all do different things. They play Nascent Light Vein. Okay, that's shrine number 1. Gains them life, yes. And this thing loots, I guess. And this thing is acting as a Kiranos for shrine. Or I mean, this is acting as a Nixos for shrines. Okay, they're playing. Sure. They're going to grab something and cast it free, and they have 4 colors, so they get to cast a 4-drop for free, which is not good for me, but whatever. Okay, what does this do? That's a board wipe. All right, sure. So that is actually a huge problem for me. And are they? Okay, they're gaining life. Well, I mean, on the bright side, I don't think they can stop my Grand Constance, so eventually I'll be able to get enough mana to Grand Constance, and maybe that sticks enough things on the board for me for the game to flip. So, oh, okay, that means I can cast Cassette, but Cassette on the empty board does absolutely nothing. So instead, I guess I play Armanta Visionary and see what I flip. Are there any useful 2-drops for me to flip? Not really. I mean, I can also Cassette Face, which is not great, I don't think, but it does something. Like, it gets something on board. I don't want to do nothing because that just is sort of a losing play. I still think, yeah, Armata Visionary probably still spends my mana better. Just on the off chance that this flips something useful. Ooh, Banished Isle. Yeah, that is something that's useful, and I currently am color screwed off of it, so if Armata Visionary gets answered, then I actually can't cast Banish. But like, that's doable. Yeah, play Flourishing Crevasse and pass the turn. So if I can get Banish hit something important, then that's good for me. Opponent is going to play this thing. Okay, so now it mills me. And they're going to tap out for something. Lost to memory. Am I going to lose to mill? Oh god. Alright, I mean, I guess that has to happen, and hopefully I win before then. Doing a lot of stuff. I also have no way to wipe enchantments in this deck, so yeah, once they get their big Mark Shrine thing off, then I'm like in pretty big trouble. And that's like, so that's 4 cards milled per turn. And unfortunately, I don't actually have that much graveyard synergy either. I got Chunfa, which is really bad graveyard synergy. Well, actually, no, they can mill one of my Titans, and then that thing, or my 1 Elf Titan, and then if they do, then I guess oh, well, they grab the Grand Consonance. Cool. Yeah. Can they actually cast that thing? I'm not sure if Prismatic Mana overrides. I think, yeah, I think the color washing overrides the Prismatic Mana restriction. Do they have enough mana to cast that? Actually, yeah, they do. Yeah, that's actually a huge problem. Vasilia, that does nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, well, I guess I just slam Grand Constance and hope for the best. Is that actually what I want to do? I think so. The Grand Constance could flip, bash the IO, I guess. That's really the only thing that interacts with their board, right? Free board, I don't have anything else that interacts with enchantments. At least I'm lucky that I have anything that interacts with enchantments at all, to be honest. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Grand Consonance and hope for something. Okay, Banch the Isle. That's useful. That's the land. Aren't Visionary also mills me, which not great, but is that better than Star-Setted at this point? I might actually not need to mill myself right. Yeah, I might not actually want to mill myself right now, so I think I grab Star-Setted over Aranatha Visionary. Anyway, so banish Buried Colossus, because that thing can whack them for a bunch next turn. My devotion is getting pretty high right now. Star-Setted and Vasilia. Yep. The rest. Well, I'm actually not sure how much board wipes they have. I know they have they have a Wrath. What else do they have? They already showed one of the board wipes. They have Entry Procession, which is destroy any non-land permanent. Other than that, I guess they don't really have anything. I think I'm actually supposed to exile the shrine this thing because it gets rid of all their mana. And then I hope that the Shrine to Phoenix doesn't do too much. And yeah, pass the turn. I mean, I actually get to slam for a bunch next turn because the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Buried Colossus costs 3 to activate, and then if I flip Vasilia and use the potion, that's 9 plus 8 damage. And 1, 2. Yeah, so like if they don't wipe the board somehow, then I'm actually in a pretty good position. And then I can use Cassette if I want to pump some more damage. Actually, I'm probably just going to use Banish. Actually, no, I can't because I need to activate Buried Colossus. Honestly, I might just try to get Buried Colossus to no point in putting counters on this thing. But yeah, like if they don't deal with on board and have no ways to prevent damage, then I just do something like with everything. So that's 4 plus 9, 13, 20. That's like 21 damage, right? So whack them for 21. So that just means that I need to. Okay, yeah, it is. Well, so maybe I should exile Shrine to Phoenix. Maybe I'm not sure. Like I saw that this thing was having 4 million mana, so I thought it could be more important. But maybe it was better to exile one of the things that was actually giving them more plays. Actually, is this? Oh, never mind. This thing's also adding to devotion, so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so this thing is 1 to activate now. That's really good. Yeah, so that means I get to activate this and also cast Cassette on the same turn. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then, or 1, 2, 3, 4, then use this to activate. So Cassette pumps 2 extra damage. Hopefully they don't get anything good. Yeah, cool. Managed to dodge, take the Lay Shard. They could still have removal though, so I'm not out of the woods yet. They actually do have counter spells too, which is something I need to worry about. They also have hard removal. I wonder if I want to transform Vasilia into the Hexproof guy so that I don't get blown up by Liquidate. Actually, no, they have a single copy of Liquidate in their deck, right? Like I think their entire game plan is to use Get Your Wish to just fetch out all of the one of instant speed things. Luckily, they don't have green on board right now, which means that they can't Get Your Wish the 5 mana Wrath at instant speed. But if I transform Vasilia and swing it, and they like liquidated. I guess I'm fine with that outcome because I have Vasilia number 2. Okay, sure. They have infinite mana again. Are they just going to hard cast Consonance? Can they do that? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I guess they can. They're going to play Leyshard instead. Okay, well, they can cast Consonance now if they want to. Yeah, they definitely can cast Consonance. Which I guess it flips their most expensive enchantment plus a land. Oh, in any combination of, okay, well, I don't have to ask a rules question about that case, because they'll always be able to cast Grand Consonance here, even if the restriction overrides the other restriction. Why does... Okay, sure, I guess that thing randomly lets you draw cards. Well, I mean, on the bright side, they are tapped out. Or no, they have a bunch of floating mana. Okay, so they can cast Grand Consonance if they want to, or they can cast whatever big thing they drew. One thing that they can't do is hold up an instant speed thing because they're completely tapped out, or they've already spent all their... Oh. Alright, so that grabs them a 4-drop. Entry, Procession, blowing up Vasilia, I guess. Oh no, they're going to... they can cast a Grand Consonance after that with the Leyshard mana. Okay, so how do I mean, if they don't wipe my board, I'm still in a fine position. No, they have too much life for me to one-shot. Like, then they just untap and then get a million mana and do something with that. Prismatic Mantle? Okay, so that... Does that let them... They get to cast Shrine to Thassa, which now lets them do instant speed stuff. Okay, that's... But I think they're out of resources to do that, so I think if they play Shrine to Thassa, I don't think it does much. Oh, it's multicolored any spell, it's not just enchantments. Okay, well, now they get to recast Make Your Wish again, and that's a problem because I don't know what else they're going to flip, but just going to play a okay, sure. Can I 1, 2, 3, 4 cost 5 to activate now? Trying to Heliod, and okay, so that is going to make a million tokens, and if that ever triggers, then I'm probably out of the game. I need to make sure that doesn't happen. To do that, I need to play Banish the IO, which means that my mana is going to be tied up. These Archon Condemnations are doing absolutely nothing for me. So I'm probably swinging with Star-Studded this turn. And okay, yeah, I can't swing with this because I need it for Banish mana unless I use Amarantha Visionary instead. I mean, okay, so cast Banish, then that means I have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana left over. I can do like a post-combat Vasilia. It probably isn't that great. Well, I do need to land something. And they get to blow up the board again with Prismatic Mantle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I go Banish into Vasilia, then Fury Colossus becomes free to activate. So then what's that? 1, 2, that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I don't have mana for that. In that case, I guess I can go Cassette into Banish, and that makes Fury Colossus free too, but I don't have enough blue, white sources for that to happen. Archon still does absolutely nothing. Maybe I just Banish and swing. That still doesn't get enough things on board. Okay, maybe I just play to the board then. They have more Get Your Wishes, so they can just... They have another way to blow up Banish the IO. Actually, no, I don't think they do. So I just play Banish, and that probably gets rid of their Shrine of Heliod for good. And then I just have to play something else in this turn. So then, no, Amarantha Visionary mills me. I don't want to get milled. I don't want to mill myself. Then in that case, yeah, I guess I just Vasilia and plus. I guess I'll put the potion on the Star-Studded. Or sequencing is just really hard, right, for this. I think I always make this play because I need to like not die to this. And then swing with Star-Studded, so that gets me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana, but that still doesn't help me because 4, 5, 6. I can spend 3 mat, or I can spend my entire turn. Yeah, I don't think that's worth it, so I guess I'll do the Vasilia thing. And I'll just forego swinging with Buried Colossus this turn, unless I actually do want to play Cassette instead. No, I think Vasilia is better right now. Like, it threatens to attack for a bunch, and I don't think they have a way to wipe multiple permanents or permanents of multiple types at the same time. Like, going for this means that I get these Equinox marks down, which means that Buried Colossus is always going to get cost reduced. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, like just mills 4 cards. What do I still have left in my deck? I still have 2 copies of Grand Consonance. They're going to Shrine of Fiend. Oh, that's bad. That was my top end. That And somehow they still haven't managed to mill Skophos. Actually, no, Skophos means that I actually can't get milled out, right? The Skophos have, or is that always a Skotha? No, Skotha is sorcery speed only, so it doesn't prevent me from getting milled out. Okay, but like if they don't do too much to my board to affect my board state, then and Prismatic Mantle is only during their turn, so they can't like Prismatic Mantle and get your wish for a counter spell or something like that. I just have to hope that they run out of card draw. I mean, if things go tough for them, they just cast like 2 7-drops off the ground Consonance. I mean, they just play Shimfa and then do the board wipe mode, and I can't really answer that. Okay, they're going to get your wish instead. Is that from graveyard or from hand? From hand. Okay, they're not going to Prismatic Mantle yet. I'm going to grab another friend. Are they looking for field test? Can they cast field test? Oh no, get your wish is like conjure realities, or at least pre-nerf conjure realities, where you put the card in your hand. So like you can tutor anything, and then you get to choose if you want to free cast the thing that you got or free cast something else. So they can just grab field test with get your wish and kill me with field test, I guess. Does field test make me lose? 27 is a pretty high life total, but like, oh, or they just, yeah, they do that and I lose. That also works. And that kills me, right? That's at least 21 cards. So die. And yeah. Alright, so post board, I get to bring in 4 club promoters because, yeah, I couldn't think of what else to put in my sideboard, so I just decided to put in more club promoters, and turns out that the decision at least worked out this time for me. What do I board out? I think I actually board out the Archons because they're completely useless. Like, they have 0 targets. Do I want anything else? I can Crown Guard ban and name, like, I can name Get Your Wish with Crown Guard ban, but that's bad, right? Like, this is not a Crown Guard ban matchup. A Soul Guide Lantern could be useful against Prismatic Mantle, but the problem with Soul Guide Lantern is that it's actually like not a continual grave hate card. It's a one-shot grave hate card, which doesn't help as much against their deck. I think I actually just go with this. Like, I don't actually have that many good other options. Aspirin Spaying I don't think does anything. So yeah, I just go with this. It does mean that I'm lowering my curve, but actually yeah, it just means that I'm getting rid of a bunch of win cons or club promoters, but I guess that's what I have to do. My only real top end is Ilsa and just but they don't really end the game very quickly against my opponent. Like Shrimfa actually does the first part of Shrimfa does kind of does nothing, and the other parts are just really slow. Do I really have a better option though? I don't think I do, so I'll just run this. And this hand is very slow, which is a problem because I want to get my turn 2 thing out before they get their turn 2 thing out, but this hand is really good otherwise, so I think I keep and just hope that I get a good draw. In this case, I always play this tapped on turn 1, and I hope to top deck and untap land for next turn, because that would make things a lot easier for me. They also have a tap turn 1, and I didn't get it, so yeah, looks like they're both playing turn behind. No, they have an untapped turn 2 play, and if it's, oh god, it's this thing. Alright, that's really bad for me. Please, well, that was not the right order to draw the lands in. Well, I mean, since it's already too late, I guess I run it around to Visionary. If it gets killed, then whatever, and I use it to find my next land drop. And I actually don't have a forest right now, so this isn't untapped. And also I already have a red source, so I can just take forest and be happy about it. So next turn, if they don't answer me, I guess I slam Basilia and try to do stuff with that. I didn't draw into any of the things that blow up enchantments though, which is a problem. Like I have 4 club promoters and 4 banished isles, so I'm hoping to see them soon. I kind of need to see them soon because otherwise, I have no ways to interact with their shrines to those forgotten, and they get a million mana and just wreck me. Shrine to Phoenix. Okay, hopefully that thing doesn't flip anything super important. They grab Elranta Visionary, I guess. Which, I mean, it's a creature. Actually, no, it grabs everything in their deck because everything that they have is on creature permanents. Yeah, that Elranta Visionary is suddenly really good on their side. And now I regret cutting. Oh no, they're not playing Elranta Visionary. Or no, they are, but they have 2 shrines, so now they get even more infinite mana. This is going really poorly for me right now. I guess Cassette can shoot around the vision area, which means that I actually get value off Cassette in this matchup, which is pretty rare, so I guess I take advantage of that. But yeah, definitely not a good situation to be in when my opponent actually is making more mana than the ramp deck and trying to... okay, now it's clocking me, I guess. They mail Divine Mishap, which doesn't actually help me because they have another copy to grab with Get Your Wish. And now I'm drawing land. Yeah, if I drew a land one turn earlier, I could have probably be in a lot better situation. Although I don't think I actually had anything to prevent my opponent from going with its line. I guess I would have had like a set in play one turn earlier, which doesn't do much, I guess. Or I go something like Amarantha Star-Studded. Yeah, but I should probably get rid of Amarantha while I have the chance. Unless I want to go double Star-Studded right now, which I don't think does anything. I can also just, again, I can slam Basilia, but I don't think that does anything either. I just want to... What's my game plan here? I need to prevent them from doing stuff, but I don't know what stuff is. Basilia, maybe just get more creatures on board, but then I'm just really weak to a board wipe. I mean, if I'm not playing Cassette, I would be playing these guys, which like I would either be playing Basilia, which runs right into their targeted removal, or multiple Star-Setteds, which runs into their board wipes. So I think Cassette is actually a decent mid ground against both of those plays, so I guess I'll go for it. I'm definitely not thrilled about it. Yeah, maybe I should have hard mulligan for interaction. This is a lot of ramp, but unless I have Grand Consonance to ramp into, it just doesn't do enough. Actually, can I cast Grand Consonance if I get it off the top? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I can't. I mean, I can cast it the turn after next turn if I just use one of my guys. So use one of the Star-Setteds to make mana, and then yeah, I think next turn I'll play one of the Star-Setteds flipped, and then play Basilia. Can I do that? Take 7 mana until... No, I can't do that. I can play 2 Star-Setteds, which gets me a lot of mana going to next turn, and then try to Consonance with that. Of course, that all predicates on me like drawing Consonance in the next few turns. Trying to Mogus, so that puts a clock on me. They're going to... Okay, cool. At least they don't get to make use of any of these. Yeah, it's cast, so it doesn't matter. But actually, no, I already have all the mana fixing I need. So exiling these lands right now doesn't hurt me. In fact, even helps me because it clears 2 lands off the top. And hopefully they don't have anything too scary with... Oh, they're making a million mana next turn after... and they're milling 7. Okay. Alright, well, I mean, there is a decent chance that... Is it on their turn? I can't even make use of Skotha if I mill... I can't even mill Skotha on curve. Redevelop Cityscape. Not what I needed. I mean, technically it acts as deck thinning, so maybe I play that. Yeah, how am I going to deal with this? The Cassette Plus means that I get to whack for 5. I just play Basilia and go. I should play at least one of the Star-Setteds flipped because I want some more mana going to next turn. I like play both Star-Setteds flipped. But okay, so I really want to play Basilia, but I can't. If I play Basilia, I won't be able to Star-Setted flipped. I think I do want to use a redeveloped Cityscape just because I won't be able to use it. Oh right, I want to use this now before it becomes effective. So then that means that I probably just go redeveloped and then end of turn bracket, exile Mana Harvester because Mana Harvester is useless right now. Okay, yeah, that actually sounds reasonable. And that means that I have 4, 5, 6, 5, 7, possibly 7 mana going into next turn. Okay, yeah, I guess I can live with that. And I also again, I want to fetch everything out of my deck before they all get milled. In that case, yeah, I'll play Basilia. I don't think pumping Basilia actually makes it survive, or I don't think pumping any of my guys makes it survive anything. Actually, pumping Amarantha Visionary makes it survive the Wrath, or not the Wrath, but the -3/-3, but I don't think that's something I need to play around. So, and yeah, these guys won't survive anything either, so I guess I just leave the potion around for when Basilia attacks next. And I pass. I'll fetch now just to make sure that my only black source doesn't get milled. Do I need to grab another green source? I don't think I do. I might actually just grab another white source. Actually, no. I think I just grabbed another forest. I don't actually need more black sources or any other sources. So I get milled for 7. Top cards, top of library. I forgot hotkey for milling multiple at once. Top cards to graveyard, and they milled 2 Constances. Vanishes. I haven't milled any. They they haven't milled any club promoters, but I think at this point, I don't think club promoter actually does anything because, or it does stuff, but these shrines are a huge pain on my side because I can't, like, I don't have enough ways to individually blow them up, so I just have to hope that I win before these things mill me out. And somehow they still haven't hit Skotha yet. I was really hoping that they would mill Skotha so I can use it, but that's not. So Consonance top deck would be good, even though I'm like down a bunch of Consonances already. Down 2 Consonances already, so it's slightly less likely for me to flip Consonance. The draw card was lost to memory. Yeah, so I think my mistake this game was not hard mulliganing for the 8 cards that blows up enchantments, or some way to find it, because I also had cultivators to dig for them. I just decided to keep a hand with no interaction, and then they managed to completely chase me. They have 4 cards in hand and way too much mana to count, so I can't really hope that they don't have anything because they probably do. To play Mana Harvesters? Interesting. Okay, they don't have anything. Interesting. Yeah, that's better than nothing, I guess. A better sign than nothing. I get Club Motor, finally. Did I play a creature last turn? I don't think I did, so that's above Club Promoter. What does Club Promoter blow up? Because what does Club Promoter blow up? There's way too many things for me to deal with. All of them. Let me think. So if I blow up one of the shrines, it doesn't actually help, right? They still have 1 million mana, so and I don't think the difference between 1 million and 2 million mana matters in this matchup right now. The best thing for me to do is probably to cassette minus on the Mana Harvester so that it clears away, swing with everything. The promoter blows up Shrine to Phoenix, I guess, to stop so that they don't like flip. I don't think Shrine to Phoenix is actually that threatening right now. I can blow up Shrine to Keranos. Does that do anything? I don't think it does either. There's just nothing impactful to blow up right now. Up Vasilia swing, and then I only need to dodge a single. They have more board wipes. I don't think so. Okay, yeah, so I just need to dodge a single, bring the house down, or any get your wishes for it. Yeah, I need to blow up Mana Harvester so that they are off. That they don't have any more green for to get your wishes. So flipping Vasilia is extremely bad into bringing down the house, and decently good into anything else. I think I plus Vasilia here, put the potions on one guy and then swing with it, which also makes that guy survive the -3/-3 wipe. Then I Club Promoter, blow up Shrine to Phoenix, and hope that gets there or something. Or actually, no, I flip Vasilia because I flip Vasilia with everything, blow up Shrine to Keranos to reduce the chances that they find something useful turn or something. I think like I don't actually have to. I can't really play around stuff because. So actually, do I? No, I don't think I need to make Vasilia that. I just throw a potion on Rata Visionary, right? Survive stuff. Probably a good idea. And with everything. Take. Interesting. So what do I Club Promoter? Blow up. No point in blowing up any of the shrines, right? Or any of these mad rocks. So I guess I'm just blowing up Shrine to Keranos. Yeah, I guess I blow up Shrine to Keranos. Not exactly what I was thinking of, but that's probably the correct thing to do here. And do I want to play out more star-setted? No, if I make it through this turn and they have nothing, then I win anyways. 7. And is there any reason to play star-setted flipped? I could draw 5. I don't think there's anything I could draw that would require me to have a flip star-setted. So I think I pass here. Just hold these guys in hand for later. Like they have something end of turn. Oh, yeah, that's a board wipe probably. Prismatic Mat. Yeah, that does stuff. It's not like I could have actually stopped it with Club Promoter because they did instant speed. Ooh, finally milled the Skotha. Didn't mill any of my Grand Constances or any of the Club Promoters, which is good, I guess. If they milled more Skothas, that would have been nice. Like, if they milled a Skotha early, then I use ability and then shuffle my deck afterwards with the fetch land, then they milled Skotha again randomly. That would have been really nice. But now I just died to field test. So, yeah. Urgency. Cool. Sure. So yeah, I should have hard mulligan for Club Promoter. Lesson learned against their deck. At least, like, I feel like pre-rotation Constance would have had a better fighting chance just because you could, like, you land the Wild Court Seeker and now they have a decently big thing that they have to deal with. They have to spend one of their get your wishes to 1-for-1 trade with the Wild Court Seeker, and then I also would have Drift Off, which means that once I get to this sort of situation, if I play a kick Drift Off, I exile both shrines, Buried Colossus. But yeah, like I get the chance to play a kick Drift Off and exile both shrines, which then that actually puts them down on mana for once. Flip ordering one of the shrines probably doesn't survive, like make me survive field test. Or no, actually it could have. Field test. Let me double check what field test does. XX. So like if they only had one of these guys, then they would have about half as much mana. So let's say they field test for 12, so that's X equals 6. That I don't actually die. X equals 11. I have to board make a. It actually kills Vasilia too. Okay, maybe I should have played around board wipe. So I can still top deck Grand Consonance, and if you know anything about the deck, that's something that the deck definitely can do. So in the darkest time need, I need to top deck a Grand Consonance, so please do that for me. That'd be nice. Just pass. Alright, Grand Consonance top deck time. Come on. Yeah, see? Just asking you shall receive. 1, 2, 5, 6. Okay, so that's... do I have more cassettes in my deck anywhere? I'm out of cassettes, right? So there's no point in activating cassette pre-Consonance. Alright, Grand Consonance time. Oh, darn. Yeah, that's a killjoy. I actually... Wait, I messed up. I could have Skull Thud. Yeah, I could have Skull Thud and then... Wait, that's actually a horrible mistake because... Yeah, Skull Thud plus Consonance, does that... Yeah, that gets me 3 extra mana, but then Veto is... I need to pay 4 extra, so... Okay, I guess if I even if I Skull Thud, that would not have helped, but... It might have incentivized them to do something else. So like, it is 4, right? Number of colors of permanence in that. Yeah, it's at least 4. Okay, well, that means I didn't have... Like, I did not misplay... Or the misplay did not matter because I would have not been able... It would have gotten countered anyways. Well, that sucks. Hope I don't see how I'm getting myself out of this, but... And maybe I top deck the other constants after I get milled for 7 and 2, and then they whack me with the Black Horror and field test and just kill me. Actually, no, field test doesn't do life damage, right? This isn't Mastery of the Veil from MSEM. This isn't like Mastery of the Veil. Wow, why are all my club promoters at the bottom of my deck? I need these guys way earlier. And I don't see how I'm getting out of this. Actually, no, they can't mill me any further, right? They mill me for 2 this turn, and then I definitely should have Skull Thud, but still. If I Skull Thud, then at least I would have been able to cast Mana Harvesters afterwards, which technically acts as a chump blocker. Oh, and they get banished to the Isle. Cool. Oh, right. Take damage from that. I go down to 4. I need to take more than that. I take 4, right? I mean, I take 11. They're going to cast Bash to the Isle. Okay, sure. Doesn't matter at this point, but go ahead. Get your wish. Sure. Does that kill me? Divine Mish. Okay. So they're just grabbing a Divine Mishap for if I top that Consonance again. Manage to get that, I guess. Right. Let's see if I top that Consonance because that'll be hilarious. Okay, it's not Consonance. And I die. Cool. Yeah, I just didn't have early interaction. All my club promoters were at the bottom of my deck. So were all my bashes. Also, Skull Thud was at the bottom of my deck. Yeah. Oh, anyways, so that was my game 2 of this month's REV GP. And yeah, well, I'm 1-1 right now, so I can still make top cut if I win my next 2 rounds. So hopefully I get that. I mean, at least game 2 showed that my deck is still good at top decking constances when all else is lost. It just so happened that my opponent also had a counter spell at that time. So, I mean, I can't blame my deck too much for not top decking constants for me. Anyways, yeah, so that was it. And see you next round, I guess.